Hello travelers, I'm Timothy French. We're in Fair Bluff, North Carolina to continue on our quest to visit every town center in the state. So let's get started right here looking over the Lumber River and these beautiful trees off to the side. That Spanish moss hanging down, just beautiful. Yeah, this river lies right along the town, as you'll see as we turn. There it is right down there with Old Rev. And it's played a major role in this town's history for sure. But about 5 to 7 years ago, we had two hurricanes, Matthew and Florence, come by that really devastated this town with a flood. And they're just now coming back from that. But I'm going to tell you what. Let me cross over real quick. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting it to be as beautiful as it is. This Lumber River is beautiful as you come down from Marietta, which is a town I just left. You cross a swamp there, and it's just beautiful through that swamp area in there. And then you got this river, just a lot of recreational opportunities down here, I believe. Beautiful houses, beautiful churches, not far from Myrtle Beach, Sunset Beach, all those beaches. And I think this town is going to boom. Maybe you guys disagree with me. I know the stores are all closed down here, but you can see they've fixed this road up and put up new lights, and they're ready. If you're looking for a place to move and you want to be close to the beaches along this river, this might be a good place. Find your house right outside of town, not so close to the water in case it floods again. But yeah, I can see a lot of people moving into this area and enjoying it, and being close to the beaches and all too is a plus. They got a recreational wildlife sign down there, and you can paddle up and down that river, go paddle all the way to the ocean if you wanted to, I imagine. They've doing a lot of cleanup. You can see they've torn that one down. There's the railroad tracks back there. There's where we just came from, those beautiful trees. And I forgot to mention it while I was there. There was a memorial right by a river for an officer killed in the line of duty back in 1976, so I just wanted to mention that. Let's jump over. If you look down the map, you'll see what I'm talking about, right on the South Carolina, North Carolina border, along the Lumber River, not far from the beaches. Chamber of Commerce is pointing that way. I don't know what they're pointing to. Got a little building back there. And the Chamber of Commerce, if you're still here, I'd fix a new sign up, make it look a little better, more attractive to you, to the new business owners. Looks like this used to be a car dealership, Scott Motor Company, and it says hardware department, so I'm not sure exactly. Is that a hardware store or a dealer? You locals let us know. A lot of businesses had to leave. They were just devastated by this flood. That water went up high through here. I saw a video of it. I'll try to link to it if I remember, but I'm pretty sure it was up about, see my hand, up about that high, and it was just flooded all the way down the street. In memory of A.J. Harriet Worley. It's got little markers in the street there. Well, let's go by Red. They got the bushes out here. Probably pressure wash the sidewalks and try to get these building owners back in line. Looks like there's a big archway right there. One time they got it boarded up now. Get them windows fixed so the rain and stuff don't get in there and start tearing the building all to pieces. This used to be B.H. Small Company Hardware and Clothing in there, and they still got stuff in there. It don't look like it's been wet, so I don't know if that's new stuff or not. I watched a video from about 5 years back. Of course, that was right about 7 years back. I mean, that was when it was just hit, and of course, they still had a lot of stuff in there. But I can't imagine anything would be in there from the floods now. A new beam right there, or an old beam. Don't know what was there. You guys comment below if you live here. Tell us what was in these buildings. There's one on the other side that's empty. Two all together. I don't know what the insurance would be like if you bought a building because of the flooding situation. It may be 100 years before another hurricane does that, but then it may be next year, who knows, or this year. If I could buy the building, I believe I'd self-insure as much as insurance is costing these days. Probably be cheaper. Yeah. This building's, windows is in this one. This will be a nice one to get. And these on this side would be more likely to definitely flood. I think they'll all flood if it does it again though. That one's gone. Roof's off of that one, I can see. Got metal here, so that must be off. The roof must be off of that one as well. I can tell there was a lot of business down through here, especially back in before the 80s, I imagine. The tobacco was still good down along this area. This was the border road area for the tobacco along all these towns. There's a big metal building here. I guess it'd be all right. Looks like a big department store over there. Let's go. I think I'll just make a walk back out of it. Let you see them off. If you're interested in buying some of these buildings and getting this town going again, I tell you, it'd be a place I would consider to build a house though. And then get the people in here, and then of course when the people's here, the businesses will come, that's for sure. There's the post office and that beautiful American flag. Welcome. Restaurant on Main. Let's see if they are closed. Well, I guess this was it, so I'm gonna say they are. Yeah, now that looks like it's got some flood damage. Oh yeah, they still got a lot doing there. I'll try to hold it up, but I don't think y'all will be able to see in there too much. And this is photo rad photography. Yeah. It's just stuff strewn everywhere. Power box is off here. This was a beautiful little park at one time. Let's walk down through here. Imagine this all fixed up again. This can be fixed up again, people. A little imagination, a little creativity, a little volunteer work. But I'm sure that the cost would be high without that happening. I'm not a business owner. I don't own any buildings, so I don't know about those things. But I imagine if you move in here, like I said, the insurance would be very expensive for you if you couldn't buy the building outright and self-insure. Yeah, that was down to some new work going on down there. Fair Bluff Auto's open, that's good. Lumber River Visitor Center. This is what I'm thinking. When I drove in, I automatically started thinking of it being more recreational because you got the state parks in the area and the Lumber River. This could be a core for outdoor activities. That's what I'm imagining anyway. Y'all correct me if that's not the case, that it could be that. It's a beautiful house right down there. That white one, it sits on the river too, so they fixed it back up. They're getting ready to build something here. Somebody's out there working, so Sunco's back open, so these buildings can be opened back up. There's no reason. You just have to take the good with the bad when you live along a river like this. Blade and Burr lived along the river. They got flooded pretty hard too, but they built their businesses back. Moved them up the street a little higher ground though. But some of the old ones are still damaged, but for the most part, it's coming back. That little swamp and river surrounds that little town, so it can be done. Let me see over here just a minute. I don't know if I want to walk back there or not. Yeah, let's walk over here. So this is their visitor center and town hall. They got a public restroom right there. Got a bridge going over the Lumber River down here. Let's take a look at that. So it looks like they got a trail that crosses the Lumber River there that you can walk through. That's good. If that thing goes on down through that swamp area, that'll be a big draw. I'd highlight that more. Put some signs up here, make sure the road comes around, decorate this with a lot of streetscaping and all. Fix the back of the buildings up. put some parking back here, and maybe I don't know if you can rent canoes to go down this river or not. Maybe that'd be something to do. And I don't know if people mountain bike around here or not, but if you built a wooden path through a swamp for the mountain bikers to ride on, I think that'd be a big draw for people. I'd like to do that, have one for walking and have one a little bit thinner for riding mountain bikes on. That'd be awesome. This is the back of the buildings, and they got these beautiful trees here. Everywhere that's got these trees should not let nothing happen to them, because that's a draw for people that don't live in this area. They see that. This is what we think about when we're around the swamp and all that, wetlands in the south. That'd be nice if they had some more on this side. I see the community center here for concerts. Looks like they got some campsites over there. That might be a thing you could do. You could rent out RV campsites and all. That'd be something I'd be interested in if they did that. Park overnight for a good price and see these trails. And just bouncing ideas off of you, off the top of my head. Beautiful picnic area right here. The pharmacy, of course, was right there. I see ice cream cones right through that building on a wall of some sort. So maybe you could have got ice cream there. Something says Mike's Prevention. Yeah, this is nice, and if you can keep that shade, keep the trees for the shade when it's hot in the summer. Got a nice breeze through here. Yeah, this whole backside is definitely an asset for the town. That's my opinion. Make little cut throughs like that one there. All these buildings can be, they're block. I believe they could be stripped and redone pretty easy. Well, let's go around this corner. I say pretty easy because I'm not the one working on it or paying for it. Easy for me to say, right? But take my ideas as a visitor to your town. Do with them what you will. Maybe I hope my trips to these towns gives people a perspective from a visitor's eyes. I want all these towns to come back to life, and I think this is one that can do it, and I think this would be an area people will want to build houses and live. Captain Gary Barnes behind that jet. I don't know what that's all about. I guess that's the river right there. Rotary Club duck race finish line, so they have a duck race here every year. Those are fun. All right, well, let's do a walk back to Old Red. It's gonna be my last town today before I head on home. Fair Bluff Senior Center was right here. These sidewalks don't look too bad over here. Hear them birds are singing. Watermelons painted on the glass here. And this one here, let you get a look at that if you're interested in tackling one of these buildings. You should be able to get a good price on it, I would think. You need to fix that. That's dangerous. Kid could cut herself on that. Yeah, everything's fell in on this one. Looks like that'd be a complete gut job there. Here's that little path going back to the river. Have all your art and decoration out here with signs leading through. Get a variety of, maybe a paddle company in here, ice cream, hot dogs, everything that somebody coming to visit the area for recreation would need, those types of shops. So there's the ice cream cones I saw from the back. If you look all the way through, you can see where we were standing back there. So maybe this was an ice cream shop that they had. There's the clock. I think it's a little later in the day than that. It's after 12, I'm sure. There's some more broken glass. Yeah, let me fix my exposure for you so you can see. See what it looks like in here. Don't smell bad or nothing. I mean, you probably have to tear up all the wood, just go all the way down to brick and redo it. It'd be cheaper than building a new building, I would think. I would think. But what do I know? What do I know? 1132's here. This was obviously, I'm gonna say retail. I don't think it was a theater. Could have been, I suppose. Got 2 doors. That's usually like a, maybe it would have been a retail Ivy's or something back in the day. Here's the other side. Here's another one. That looks like it had a little ticket booth in the side right there. I feel like this might have been a theater. I don't know. It's too thin, I guess. Y'all tell me. What was it? It looks like they got a little ticket booth here. A place for somebody to sit. I'm gonna say theater. Y'all tell me if I'm right or wrong. Of course, this one's all boarded up, so it must be emptied out inside. Here's another one. Big retail type building. I'm liking this town. And there ain't hardly a thing open here, but if I had the money, I think I probably would invest here. I think I would. And if all the recreation things checked out that I'm mulling over in my head, I think you could get people in here with that. Plus, people living here because it's close to the beach. Like I say, it's beautiful out through there. Look at it. Got a whole lot here for rent. That water's moving down there on that river. Let's go down there and take one more look. So we're on the river now. This is a boardwalk coming out this way, so I imagine that boardwalk we saw earlier back up there must circle around. And I don't think those are RV sites, but I ain't really sure what they are. Maybe they're hooked up for when they have events here and all, but that'd be a cool little place to maybe have a few sites for people coming to visit your town. Let's walk up here. I love this down through here. Love it. It's beautiful. They've got an asset here. They got a, this river is good for the town, can be good for the town. The swamp can be good for the town, and at the same time it can be bad when it floods, but that's the price for living along such a beautiful river. Look how fast that current's going. You definitely could put some canoes and kayaks down here. Have this be have your little canoe and kayak paddle shop right up there. Perfect put in. They go down the river however far. Find you a place down there where you can take them out and bring them back to town to celebrate their trip with a restaurant and bars and that sort of thing. All right. I'm not going to go all the way around with you because this is the town center video, but I wanted you to see it. I wanted you to see it. If you want to invest here, live here, or lease here, I wanted you to see it. All right, one last look downtown here. Envision it with every building filled, with people walking on the streets, children laughing, people renting canoes, buying ice cream, and having a beautiful day under beautiful blue skies in the future. I think it's going to happen. I think there's a lot of opportunity here, and I hope you enjoyed this walk and talk tour of Fair Bluff, North Carolina. If you did, I appreciate it. If you like, subscribe and share. Y'all take care.